When you embark upon Path of the Splicer 6 this week, it will take you to the labyrinth, but this time it will be infested. When you spawn into the labyrinth, you will see a taken version of it that will have a much harder drop than before, as it let you down nice, but now it might hurt a little bit. So, physically, this is exactly the same as before. With the same usual mechanics, you kill the little harpies, you get the data core, you plant them, it opens man cannons, and the boss is actually exactly the same. But what is on the way changes a little bit, because there's a lot more enemies that are now taken. The taken defensive wards are now in your path, so I might have to stop on a few occasions. But aside from that, it is mostly the same as before, just taken. Now, this honestly is going to take more time, just because with the defensive wards area, it does hurt at an actual considerable range, and there are a lot more traps, so if you get caught off guard like that, you might not exactly make it if you weren't ready for it.
The Vex are able to divide themselves between the material world and this place to engineer their plans. This is not unlike the Ascendant plane, which raises many questions.
Now at this point, if you've been quick on your feet for most of it, you can start ignoring the wards entirely. And instead of having to wait for the health regen, if you're quick on your feet, you can actually manage to slick by them and not take any damage at all. You will want to be careful with the gravity cannons, though, because if you approach them at an off angle, they might actually either hurt a very tremendous amount, or they might result in your death. There are unstoppable champions loaded throughout, in a few places as opposed to the usual barrier champion, so be sure to bring unstoppable sidearm or grenade launcher if you so have them equipped. Now this section is a little bit tricky because it starts spawning acolyte eyes on almost every platform you land on, including the green platforms that are assisted, but if you are quick, per the usual, you can usually just outrun their shots and hopefully keep ahead of them, even if they do spawn in mass quantities around you. Then again, it only takes a few bullets to kill them. This is a section that might cause you some trouble, because there'll be thralls right where you land, and then it's going to spawn 2 yellow bar ogres, and then it's going to spawn more thrall, and a few scions as well. But aside from that, that is pretty much the toughest process that isn't the boss fight in terms of pure enemy spawning. But Anarchy really helps here, and any sort of comparable weapons will beat it no problem. Keep in mind for Vex disappearing structures, oftentimes when they're disappearing there's still a few seconds where their physical form is still there. So if it's disappearing while you're going for it, have faith and try to land on it anyways. You might actually still hit it. Now the boss fight is functionally the same. When he'll spawn in, he'll have a brief damageable window, but after that he will go immune and will spawn the 2 harpies that you'll need to kill to get the data cores. You'll take them to the both middle and left islands according to where you came in from, at least left and middle. And aside from that, that is everything that is different about it. There will be some interesting dialogue towards the end regarding more story beats, but I'll try to keep that out. And with that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.